Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will understand what is useState hook in a React.js. So we will directly go to the example. Here I have a React application. You can see in this application we have a simple component that is called app component and the file name is app.jsx. Okay, when I render this particular component, it shows output like this. So why we need useState uh, as a hook, right? So let's understand with the simple example. So for example, here we have a button. Okay, that button has on click event, and here what we will do is on click event we'll increment the count, and here I'm giving click me as a text. Now we need to create this function. Okay, so this function, I'm creating this function, and then I will take a variable, let's say let, which we usually do in uh, our JavaScript, right? Count is equal to 0, and what I will do is I will give a breakpoint, and count is, I will give the count variable over here. On click of this button, what I will do count is equal to count plus 1, and I will also log the count over here. Okay, now let's see what is happening. Okay, I'm just saving it. Let's go back to the component here and just check the logs. Okay, I click here. See, you can see it is coming from this console.log. Okay, so when we are clicking here, it is increasing the count, but it is not reflecting over here. Let me click again, or I will give you an idea by debugging it. I'm clicking here on this button. You can see it, the value of count is 1. Now we are adding 1, and then value of count will be 2. We are logging 2, but it is not coming here and re-rendering the component. Okay, you can see value is 1 and then 2, but still count is 0. So what is happening here? We are incrementing the value or updating the value, but it is not reflecting on the UI. To reflect it on UI in JavaScript, what we do, we find the element, okay, and then we assign the value. This is one way. But in React, we don't need to do all those DOM manipulation. We directly use state. Okay, so here how we write use state. Instead of creating this variable, I will just write const and then square brackets. I will write count, then set count, and then use state, and then the initial value. So let's understand the syntax. So what we are doing is, first of all, we are importing use state from React. Okay, with use state you have to define the initial value. So we have defined the initial value, that is 0. Now what is the syntax? This is the syntax where we are specifying one variable and one function. So here what we are doing is, this 0 is getting assigned to count, and to update this count value, instead of doing this count equal to count plus 1, we will use this particular function. So now this count is of no use, I will remove it. Okay, so here this count is getting used in this place. Okay, now in case of increment, what we will do is we will do set count. We are using this particular function, and we will do count plus 1. Okay, now let's see what is happening here. I'm just refreshing it. So now when I click here, you can see count is 0, then 1, set count executed, and the count value is still 1 because, sorry, it's still 0 because it is executing currently. The state is getting updated, but you will get the correct response here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you can see the count is getting updated. So why we are not seeing the correct value over here? Because the time it is updating the state, okay, this particular is statement executing before that. Okay, but we are getting the response properly. You can see here in this particular uh, count. You got it? As I said, this is not getting updated because when this set counts updates the value, before that only this particular statement is getting executed. Okay, so to check that again, let me put these two debuggers over here. Okay, when I click here, you see set count is coming here, then it is printing the statement. Okay, then it will go outside of the component and re-render the component. Now check, it came here. Okay, it is again going here, and now count should be increased. It is 5 now. Okay, to check it properly, uh, we can keep this statement outside. Okay, now let me refresh it again. So now this statement is outside. Okay, so let me click on click me. So initially both the counts are 0. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now it is working properly. Okay, so what you understood from this particular code is to re-render the component, we should use state, and once this states gets updated, it will automatically re-render the component, and we will see the value in the DOM. Okay, other thing is when we set the count, at that moment only, if we print console log or we check the value, it will not reflect on that particular variable because re-rendering has not taken place or state is not yet updated. Okay, after few milliseconds, once the state will gets updated, it will re-render the component and we will see the correct output. So I hope you understood how to write useState hook and what is the use of it. I have explained it with the example with the normal like JavaScript behavior and how you will do in JavaScript using the DOM manipulation by accessing the particular elements. Let's say this element, right? This we can wrap it around div, and then by ID we can access it, and then document.get element by ID, and then we can update that particular variable value. But here in React we don't need to do all those stuff. We can directly use the use state hook. It will keep it will remember the last value which use state has. Okay, so yeah, I think this is it in this video. We will see some advanced forms of use state in future. But for now, uh, this is enough, I think. And please like and subscribe to the channel, and comment if you liked this video. Thank you so much.